There we go. Would it ruin your draft dreams if Cody and Key got sudden performance growth and so Jazz would be knocking playoff doors? I mean, I guess if they develop, that's the fear. I would be really sad if it really knocked us out of contention. Milwaukee is down 48-70 to Memphis. Holy smokes. That's crazy town. Whew, this is going to get itchy tonight. I don't know if we're wearing this all night. We'll see. Let's move over to this way. Well, there's the phenom, Victor Wembanyama. I think he only scored 6 points in his game yesterday. Yeah, we'll see how he does tonight. He's going up against Kessler, obviously, and Filipowski. We shall see. Champagny. I'm kind of curious to see what Champagny's doing. Let's see here. All right, there we go. Immediately goes to Filipowski. And he scores. Nice move by Filipowski to find a way to score. He played really nice last game, to be honest. Really nice to see. What if Filipowski's a revelation and is just incredibly good? He is also just really struggling to shoot to start the season. We'll see if he can kind of break out of that this game. Incredible pass by Key. By the way, 11 assists last game. That right there is growth. That would be the performance growth you're talking about, S69. Let's share the URL with it. One thing I'm noticing is Wembanyama's taking a lot of threes. Like, I don't mind it, but doesn't it feel like he can do a lot more if he's just going to the... Okay, Filipowski knocks down another shot. I mean, is Filipowski better than Wembanyama? We might already have our answer. Wow, is San Antonio bad? My article. Just kidding. Chris Paul does move that ball around really nicely. Foul on Sohan. All right. Look at that nice form. Holy cow. Straight as an arrow, baby. All right. Utah's already playing well. Look at this. Getting that ball inside. Wow. He is looking nice. Holy smokes. Utah's up 9. Oh, let's see. Oh, there's the Wembanyama 3. That is crazy stuff. Let's see. So, Keontae George, 1 for 1, 2 assists on that one mid-ranger. Misses that 3. I really just like watching these young players play. Really interesting, and it's interesting to watch. Holy Wembanyama. Holy smokes. With that shot, Wembanyama has now gotten just as many points as he did last game. So, and then the ball comes away from Filipowski. Champagny. Oh, that's who I was going to look into. Let's see Champagny, what his 3-point percentage is, because we've watched him in like summer league play and things like that. Clarkson here to help us get Champagny. Let's see. He's shooting 36% from 3. Actually, consistently in the upper 30s, and he's had 2 seasons at 40%. So pretty nice. That up to Champagny. I like this flow with he and Kessler. Cody Williams misses the shot. Cody hit 3 of 6 last game, so that was nice to see. Oh boy. Filipowski. Fouling Wembanyama at the 3-point line. Not a great plan, but that's where you learn. Oh, gotta be careful. You don't want to injure Victor. It is crazy how big Victor Wembanyama is. Oh, so they're challenging the leg kick. Okay. I just think that's crazy. So while we're at commercial break, let's just give a look at the scores. I want to pull up that while we watch. By the way, I mentioned it before, the Jazz are the only team left who have not gotten a win yet. Some things that have been helping the Jazz is the Clippers are better than we expected. A lot of people thought they might be a low end uh, of the Western Conference, and they're 2-2, and they're looking pretty good. Mavericks are down by 14 to the Rockets. The Rockets 2-2, Mavericks 3-1. This Western Conference is an absolute gauntlet. I'll just say. But yeah, in this one, 70-48, Grizzlies on top. The Bucks are 1-3. They are like right now at the 4 spot in the lottery, and their pick goes to New Orleans. That's crazy town. There was those rumors today that like if things don't go well or whatever, that the Bucks could look at possibly trading Giannis. And I'll believe that when I see it, but you never know. We've seen little things, but you never know when it's rumors or if it's just other GMs trying to kind of mess with things. We'll see. So obviously, literally every team in the league is looking at their collection of assets and is like, well, could it be us? I'm gonna sit up and back a little bit. Let me know if you can hear me. Can you hear me? If I do this, let me know. But anyways, that's I don't know if the Jazz are gonna really be in the running for that. The one thing that makes me a little worried um, about Giannis is that he's missed like what is it, 8 out of the 11 games they've played in the first round the last 2 seasons. So that is scary. Because he turns 30. I was actually looking at it today. Uh, oh, thank you, S69. I actually was looking at it today. Giannis, because of the news, Giannis turns 30 in December. Oh, so the Jazz win the challenge. Holy smokes. That right there is inexperience for Filipowski. He's holding the ball too long. He really needed to go to key with that to go reset, but doesn't. Chris Paul to Sohan. Oh, that shot is ugly, but it goes in. In the end, all that matters is that it goes in, right? So Sohan is one I liked in the draft a lot. And I don't know if he's going to be a superstar, but he just seems like a player that can kind of play so many different roles. Definitely Swiss Army knife kind of player. A nice pass from Clarkson. That's one thing about, and I know Kessler doesn't make that, but that's one thing that Cody Williams has been impressive at is passing the basketball. Really nice. Nice defense by the Jazz there to recover. Wow. All right, it's kind of interesting to watch Wembanyama take the ball up. He has so many limbs. They're forcing it inside. I don't know if that's the best. I wonder if having Wembanyama on the perimeter is also to just preserve his, so he doesn't get injured as much. Oh my gosh, Wembanyama just erased that Kessler shot. He's so big, it's crazy. Well, Wembanyama taketh, Wembanyama giveth, however you say that. Man, he's just got to forget about the misses. He's going to miss shots, but eventually that shot's going to start falling. I at least hope. It's got to be hard for women. Oh my gosh, he went for it. He tried to destroy Kessler. Kessler's lucky he missed, I guess, because. Okay, well, he posterized him there. That's what's crazy about Wembanyama is he could literally posterize Kessler every time. No, no envy in me for Kessler has to go. Actually, no, I have all the envy. I would be so happy to make $2.5 million a year to be dunked on by Wembanyama. Worst things in this world. Nice little left-handed scoop by Keontae George. Let's see. So, Victor Wembanyama is insane. 3 for 6. Man, he just went for it. And then he is 2 for 4. He's missed 2 threes, but he's 2 for 4 from the field, so that's nice. That's crazy. Wembanyama is just miraculous. Crazy stuff. Okay, and so our first kind of look at one thing about Harrison Barnes is he does disappear. It's why everyone was disappointed. He was like at one point in the Harrison Barnes draft, he was like the #1 guy, and then slowly dropped. And I think it's just a. I mean, he's turned into a nice NBA player. Interestingly enough, he went to the Warriors when the Warriors drafted him after the Warriors just blatantly tanked to take away their pick they were giving Utah, and it worked. It was a close thing, but it did work. Oh, he got fouled. Oh, Popovich still coaching. It's going to be crazy when it's someone else on that San Antonio Spurs bench, but not for a while. Not for a while. All right, Sexton's back in. He was 0 for 7 last game. Let's see if Sexton can have a better game kind of in that sixth man role. Sensabaugh had a nice game last game, actually. And the nice alley oop to we're starting to see some things from Sensabaugh, to be honest. He's been kind of making some leaps here. I don't know if leaps are the words, but we've seen some improvement. All right, let's see. So is this Keldon Johnson on the floor, I believe? Happy Halloween, by the way, guys. Happy Halloween. Oh, we got Drew Eubanks in because of the lack of marketing, I assume. Maybe Filipowski can play the 4. They've been pushing him at the 4, but I haven't really seen it. Although he's not in right now, it's obviously John Collins. Nice tip from, was that Sexton? It might have been Sexton or Key. I didn't see. Nice pass. I just don't know why the shooting hasn't happened. I mean, I don't know. There we go. Sexton's already got a better field goal percentage than last game. The Spurs team does seem to be like it should be a little bit better than it is. I don't know. I think Devin Vassell is out. So nice little turnaround by Sohan. Sohan's a nice prospect. Did you know Sohan's from England? There's your Key can't hit a 3 right now. It's like he gets into these slumps. He'll get out of it, but man, it would be nice to see him get out of that slump. Although at the same time, it's a catch-22, right? You're looking to lose games for Cooper Flag, but then at the same time, you want to see guys knocking down shots. That's a nice shot by John Collins, already having a nice game. S69, yes, Jazz young guys make less turnovers now than I expected. Yeah, they're getting better. Sure, isn't that where all the gingers come from? Like Sohan. I don't know if Sohan's a natural ginger, but maybe. Uh-oh. Let's see. So Utah is tied 17-17. The Rockets are taking it to the Mavericks, it looks like. 45-28. 52-72. Bucks are down to the Grizzlies. That's crazy. All right, baby race time, guys. Put your money. Let's see. Who am I picking? I'm picking Mario. Come on, Mario. Oh, man. Is Mario crying? Who do you guys got in this baby race? It's looking like, is he like, I'm not sure who he's dressed up as. By the way, this spacesuit I'm wearing is really warm. I might be, it might be time to just get a little striptease for you guys right now. Look at these babies. All right. Whew, that feels better. Oh, well, Mario didn't win. I think the one baby won that was in the lead. There's your analysis of that. Yeah, Doc Rivers might be just one of the great mistakes. It's terrible. They're getting worse and worse, this Bucks team. Guys, let me know what's your favorite candy. You know what I did on the way home? I was out doing trick or treat with the kids before I had to come home. Shout out to Mrs. Hoops Nerd who is covering uh, trick or treating tonight. I refilled my drink and then I also got myself a Butterfinger. I feel as though Butterfingers are very underrated. Well, Patty Mills, who I believe won a title with the Spurs, that's how long he's been in the league. Kind of cool. All right, Spurs up two. Let's see how the Jazz can figure out a loss here. In all honesty, though, it's nice to see them getting these young guys minutes. It's nice to see the development. Didn't Drew Eubanks play for the Spurs too? I can't remember. At one point. Wow, Drew Eubanks saying, I am the future. My name is Drew Eubanks. Jeez, Zach Collins double, triple blocked. That's bad TV work. We didn't see who shot the ball. All right, here's the guy I loved watching. Stephon Castle in the game fouls uh, Sexton right away. Sexton's already doing a lot better in that six-man role tonight. I loved Stephon Castle in this draft. I loved him. And I think he's going to be so good. Kind of a Swiss Army knife kind of guy too, but he's going to be a high-level defender. Passes it, handles, scores inside, and if that three-point shot starts falling, then he's just kind of can do everything. All right, we're tied. So they're running. It's almost like they get Chris Paul to kind of mentor Stephon Castle because obviously I think they want Castle to be that future point guard for them. Sorry. And he definitely can. It's just a development thing. I think he's going to be really good. The question is how good. Uh, I just honestly, if I'm the Spurs, put the ball. I don't know. I don't know Wesley. Who's Wesley? Um, Blake Wesley. Look at his stats. Blake Wesley for the Spurs, shooting 20% from three, 41% from the field. Gradually gotten worse from three. Man, that's two quick fouls on Castle. He needs to cool it or he's going to be out of the game. Yeah, Castle's going to learn. He plays physical. That's the thing is guys who foul mean they're trying. And you'd much prefer guys that get fouls than not just because you know they're defending. Guys who don't get fouls aren't defending. Geez, Patty Mills knocks it down. Man, the Spurs might be pretty bad, guys. No way. Is Patty Mills going to win the Jazz this game? So help me. 22-19. Let's see. Jazz up. 25-19. Man, the Spurs aren't very good. No way. We're going to win this because Patty Mills is going crazy? This is frustrating. Man, the Spurs might suck, guys. And I love to see Victor Wembanyama, but are the Spurs doing a bad job developing Victor Wembanyama? Oh, you went for it. Man, this is embarrassing if you're a Spurs fan. I'm not gonna lie. Man, Patty Mills having a night. No, not ideal. By the way, Patty Mills is playing because Isaiah Collier is injured. I want Isaiah Collier back in a big time way. I would like to be watching him play. It's fun to watch Patty Mills hit threes, but Patty Mills might not be in the NBA next year. So we just need to see Utah uh, get their young guys more minutes. Chris Paul back in for like to do that, I guess. 13-0 run for Utah. That's crazy. That's mostly Patty Mills. Not my favorite outcome, but you are seeing the Jazz play pretty well. So that's nice to see. And here's the thing, Utah is going to win games this year. This might, if the Jazz win a game, it might be tonight because I don't know when else they're going to win another game. So, uh-oh, we got, is it Beetlejuice? All right. So, look at the Jazz schedule now. So the Jazz are playing San Antonio right now. They will play Denver on Saturday. Denver desperately needs that win, and Utah's not going to be able to stop Denver. Chicago's a little better than everyone expected, and that's at Chicago. And this is the beginning of a road trip. So Utah plays Denver, Chicago, Milwaukee, and then they play San Antonio again. If the Jazz win tonight, it's probably the only win they have out of their first, what is it, 1 and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Of their first 9 games, this is likely um, the only one they win in the next 9. I guess they could win against San Antonio again, but that's in San Antonio at the end of a road trip. And I don't know if Markkanen's even going to play in any of these games. So I don't know. Because then after San Antonio on the 9th, they then come home and play Phoenix, Dallas at home, both high-level teams playing at a high level. Then they go to Sacramento, go to the Clippers, go to the Lakers, go back to the Spurs. The only team they might beat is this Spurs team. Crazy. The next 2 against the Spurs team are in San Antonio, too. So, this is kind of a wild. S69, those who made bet for Jazz are excited now. That's for sure, I guess. Game ain't over yet, though. But that's great. But yeah, this Jazz schedule before the trade deadline is absolutely brutal. So if Utah wins tonight, fun. But I just don't see the Jazz winning a lot of games pre-trade deadline. And Utah is absolutely going to try to trade some of their veterans and just go for that #1 spot. There we go, Victor. And this game ain't over, by the way, by a long shot. It's already down to 9. I'm kind of curious, like what Victor's impact is crazy, but probably feel it the most on the defensive end. I tell you what, even watching this game, like I don't know if Victor Wembanyama is. I don't know. We just got to let him develop, and we've seen what impact he can have when he's playing at an elite level. He looks like he's a little tired tonight. Look at that right there, though. He just creates a steal out of nowhere just by reaching. Oh my gosh! Never mind. He's that good. But I do feel like if the Jazz could get a couple stars in the draft, and when I say stars, like superstars, they can win, against Wembanyama down the road. I mean, look how he is able to just kind of be in the center and just kind of affect everything. Man, when you see Wembanyama away, you absolutely have to drive and attack. Jeez. Now the Spurs going on their own little run. That was a 7-0 run right there for the Spurs, led by Victor Wembanyama. Just like that. Look at where he leaves, and it's just so easy. He's so long, it's crazy. Look how tall and long. It's crazy. And the way he moves so fluidly, just incredibly fluid. Okay. Just crazy stuff from Wembanyama. So anyways, who do you guys like best of those three costumes? I don't know what that is from John Collins. He looks like a ninja. I don't know what that is though. Let's see. Let's go just check around while we're on halftime. This is cool. Photon Crew, whatever that is. All right, let's see. So Grizzlies are still up 22 on the Bucks. That's crazy. Rockets still up on the Mavericks, 57-44. And then the Clippers and Suns haven't started yet. So let's just watch the bear. Let's just see what the bear has to do. Oh, he's fishing with a giant spider. Do people know? That would be crazy if that just lands on you. Anyways, this has been fun. You can just see the impact that Wembanyama has, and they're missing Devin Vassell, who is one of their big contracts and a really nice shooter. So that'll just affect things in a nice way. The fact that Wembanyama can do everything and is getting better and better and better, even just shooting the three and things like that. That's Walker Kessler. Oh, that is Jordan Clarkson. Okay. Nice pass by John Collins because there was no way he was going to go up against Wembanyama like that. Man, it's crazy. It's got to be hard for Wembanyama when like every play is like the best thing is to give the ball to Wembanyama. All right, three by Chris Paul. Crazy that he's still doing this. Can you believe he was drafted the same year as Darren Williams? That is crazy town. Eubanks versus Wembanyama, the matchup we all came to see. Patty Mills used up his VC. That was a nice play. And that's crazy. Wembanyama almost gets there even still. It's wild. You just put him in the center and let him work, and he's going to do it. Whoa. No, Chris Paul. No, Chris Paul, you failed. Oh, Eubanks just knocked over Wembanyama. Wembanyama getting the, well, what happened here? Oh, I don't know if what I know Eubanks looks strong. I don't know if he's that strong. Yeah, this bench unit for the Spurs, I'm looking at some of the Spurs stuff, pounding the Rockets fan, and not a very good bench for the Spurs. And they need Devin Vassell back. They need to give the ball to Castle on that second unit just to let him develop. Plus, do they know that I want to see him? Aren't they thinking about me? Isn't that what it's all about? Wemanyama's crazy, ties it up. What? Where's a foul? I'll be honest. I guess it. Oh yeah, there it is. Duh. That's why he's got to keep his arms up. Even the great Victor Wembanyama's got a lot of development to do. Drew Eubanks does look like he's one of those guys that just like in pickup ball, you might get a stray elbow. So for this game, Wembanyama, 6 for 10 from the field, 3 for 6 from three. Holy smokes. 15 points. Wow. See, it's getting to that point with Wembanyama where sometimes you're like, everything's going to go in, and that's going to be wild if he can just take threes like that because no one can guard it. Man, Wembanyama. Well, there's a nice shot from Sensabaugh. By the way, still having a great start to the year. Bryce Sensabaugh, 1 for 1. He has 3 rebounds, 1 assist. Nice game so far for Sensabaugh. I really like what we've seen from Sensabaugh. It's nice to see. Did they sub out? What did the Spurs do here? Look at Patty Mills playing. I like the effort. A Chris Paul Wembanyama pick and roll is pretty fun. Shakasvili, or however you say his name. Man, it is. You watch Wembanyama, it's crazy his impact. Sexton's really good, by the way, and it's nice to see Sexton doing better in a 6-man role. He's doing much, much better. This unit for Utah has been going a while. It looked like Wembanyama even tapped that ball. Yeah, there's the foul. Um, the nice thing with Sensabaugh is he does have good size. It is good size. And if he's hitting that three at a better rate, which he is this season, that's pretty exciting. Kind of feels, I don't know, we'll see. It would be nice to see Key break out, especially if Utah's going to win this game. Be nice to see him get out of a slump. Foul on Sexton down low. All right, Kessler's back in. It's kind of fun to watch Kessler be Wembanyama. Cody Williams back in. I believe Key as well. Looks like full starting unit back in for Utah. Oh man, see how they challenge Kessler? Feels like he's the guy that people like to challenge. I don't mind Key not taking it. I mean, you want him to be confident to take his threes, but I don't mind him just passing up the three. So let's see. Utah can't hit a shot. Nice pass from Wembanyama. So, I mean, he's going to be so tough for so many years now. It's crazy. Wemby flop. Yep. Eubanks desperate try. Patty's an example for Jazz guys. Yep, definitely. How about Sexton? Has he missed tonight? He's having a good night. 2 for 4, it looks like. The Jazz are playing pretty well. I know it's a terrible Spurs team, but it's nice to see them moving the ball. Wembanyama comes out, so we'll see how Chris Paul comes out. We'll see how this goes, but this is going to likely be where Utah Do the Spurs do better with their bench unit against Utah starters? Sohan is like, the touch isn't beautiful, but my gosh, does he seem to figure out how to just get the ball in the basket? Man, look at Filipowski. I think those things are some of the surprises that have been nice to see is him driving. Oh my gosh. What was that? Zach Collins. He's got the hair of like an 80s aerobic instructor. All right, so here we go. Castle on key. It's kind of fun to watch. Oh, Sohan takes the key pass. That's going to help the Spurs differential there. Oh, almost the N1. George is learning. The scoring will come, but he's got to find some comfort levels and where his feels like he kind of tries to do everything great, and maybe he eventually gets there, but it kind of feels like he needs to figure out what his bread and butters are, which I don't know if he really knows, and then build on that. Feels like he's trying to be good at everything right away, and that's being a struggle. He knocks down both free throws. So here comes Stephon Castle. I'm excited to see what he brings to the table. Running pick and rolls is nice to see. Not the smoothest thing right now with this Spurs offense, but they're doing a few things. Utah needs to be a little bit better. They've struggled defensive rebounding. Castle is moving the ball. The Spurs just can't make a shot. Jazz just up 7. And back to Key. Kessler's going to run this pick and roll. We'll see how that goes. Key drives. Look at the nice little screen from Kessler allowing Key to get to the basket and score. That was great PNR chemistry right there. See how Kessler goes and watch him seal him off. Boom. And then Key scores the and one. See, I think that's where Key is looking really nice, is just running straight pick and roll, which is the bread and butter of the NBA. And why can't it be Key's bread and butter? The key to his development, right? And he's a good free throw shooter. We know that Key is also very good at drawing fouls. So let's see. Snowman 83, PMAC Paul, welcome, guys. How you doing? But anyways, this is just some nice development for Key. For whatever reason, the three-point shot is not falling with consistency yet, but when it does, it's going to make this Jazz team a little more interesting. I don't want the Jazz to be too interesting, though. Jazz now up 10. Look at that. Kessler's like, this is my rebound. I like it. If this is the first win of the year for Utah, there's some things to be happy about with this. JC did not look like he wanted to pass it. Look at that flow this offense has. Nice pass. Oh, yeah, Collins traveled. But hey, how about Key driving and dishing? Pretty nice. Collins just got to take the shot. Yeah, that's tough. Collins looks like he got a fresh cut, looking nice. All right, let's see. So Stephon Castle running this. It looks like they're running horns here. Kind of interesting to watch him run up there. I kind of like watching the sets. So that's a horn set that's got like 2 rotations on both sides. Uh, the Spurs are just bad. This is like oh, blocking foul. It looks like Jazz can make runs when Wemby is out. Absolutely, because I mean he's kind of everything they do right now with Spurs, especially with Vassell out. Does Vassell even play basketball? Yeah, Carlos was moving. Looks like news from Shams Charania. Paolo Banchero has been diagnosed with a torn right oblique and is sidelined indefinitely. Holy smokes. Well, that's not great. Wow, that stinks for the Magic. Holy smokes, they just need to make the playoffs is what they need to do. If how does it affect the Jazz is the question. Well, it might mean a few of those bad Eastern Conference teams might get a win against the Magic. We'll see if he gets back when he plays when the Magic play the Jazz. I don't think Jazz play the Magic anytime soon. And Utah's kind of crushing this Spurs team, at least this second unit. All right, Clarkson scores the free throw. Remember a few years ago when Jordan Clarkson had that free throw streak? Well, it broke right there. Oh, Wembanyama's back in. They're actually playing him this season. Okay. Hey, what's up, Hoops Nerd? How are we looking tonight? Pretty good, to be honest. Utah's actually showing some things with Lowry Markkinen out, with Taylor Hendricks. Oh my gosh, Wembanyama is crazy town. He is honestly, when Wembanyama's on the floor, this Spurs team is obviously just so completely different. The impact is wild. Key can't hit his threes, but he's running the point really nicely. Does he hit that one? Nope. 0 for 5. But he has been running the point really well. Holy smokes, is Wembanyama impactful? Let's see. So let's do a little run around the league and see where people are at. Are the Bucks like done? Are the Bucks just like completely destroyed? They are down 26, 7, 8, 9. They're down 29 to the Grizzlies. And the Bucks are 1-3. That's pretty rough with Giannis on your team. That's crazy town. Rockets still up on the Mavericks, 57-44, but it looks the Mavericks are kind of closing that lead. Basically it. So, and then we got Suns and Clippers playing here soon. We got a shark against a dragon or a crocodile. Or is he a Ninja Turtle? I can't see. Oh, the Ninja Turtle's coming back. Oh, look. Uh-oh. Ninja Turtle. He's just doing the Papa Shot style where he's just getting up balls. The announcer is so funny. I think Tyler had 8 too. Don't you know what a shark is? Bro. Hey, we'll see if you're right at 69. If the Jazz are up at halftime, Wembanyama's that good. It might change things pretty quick. He's pretty darn good. So far, Filipowski's looked nice offensively. 3 for 4, 3 rebounds and an assist for Filipowski. That's nice. Cody Williams has only taken 1 3. I'd like to see a little more from him. Um, yeah, it'd be nice to see some development there. Key is 3 for 8 from the field, but that's because he's missed his 5 threes, but he's made everything else. At least his 2 point shot. So his 2 point percentage is good. His 3 point percentage is bad this year so far. But 3 assists and a rebound. Walker Kessler has 2 rebounds, 1 assist, and a block. Wembanyama tried to destroy Kessler a few times. Feels like that is something that's going on lately. Is just every team that comes in just attacks Kessler. They really just attack him. Jordan Clarkson's only taken 1 shot. He did have the free throws. Wemby gets a lot of time, so I expect he runs out of steam at the fourth. Maybe they didn't play in like huge minutes last year. We'll see kind of how that's different. But oh, someone outside of Wembanyama made a shot for the Spurs. That's a surprise. I think it was Keldon Johnson. So Jazz just up 6. We'll see if S69 was right. If the Jazz can stay up. Williams misses another 3. Darn it. Oh, it was an air ball, so Jazz only had 3.2. Yeah, Keldon Johnson, it's funny. I think a lot of people thought he'd be a little better than he turned out to be. He's turned out to be just kind of a fine role player. Nice guard off the bench. But even that's like, he's like average level, which is fine if you're filled with a bunch of stars. And the Spurs have one in Wembanyama. Nice to see Kessler fighting for that rebound against Wembanyama in that size. Collins misses, or no, that was another miss by Williams. Dang it. Whoa, that's fun. I like how unselfish Wembanyama is. He really does try to involve everyone. Corner 3 for Keldon Johnson again. He can't make it. The Jazz are actually playing better. I know the defense ranking is not as good as you'd want. JC scores. There you go. Let's see. I'm going to just open up the team stats page. Okay. He makes it, though. At least he'll see it go in, but it stinks that he stepped out of bounds, doggone it. All right, I'm going to go to advanced. We're going to look at defensive rankings. He's so frustrated, and that he cares. He wants to be out of this more than anybody. Utah Jazz, the number 30 offense in the league. That's crazy. It's really just field goal percentage at a certain point. Number 1 defense in the league is Oklahoma City. Golden State is 2. That probably is partly because of that Jazz game. Everyone plays the Jazz. Their rankings are going to improve. Utah has the number 26 defense, so I guess that's better than 30, which it was last year. Now make Lowry in 3.2. Not quite sure if I understand S69. We already talked about that. But it's nice to see Cody Williams drive. You'd like to see that 3 ball go down for him more consistently, but I think it's going to take time. So he's 0 for 3. Nice thing is he's doing other stuff. 3 rebounds. I think that's it. And he's getting the line. He's driving. He does move the ball on the offense, so it's nice to see. But Utah could use a little more from Cody Williams. So, anyways, Nice defense from Williams on Paul. And then Wembanyama misses the three. All right, let's see what the Jazz kind of do here with the last play of the possession. Or the half, I mean. Kiwi Sohan. Look, see, he runs that pick and roll really nicely, and that gets the ball moving. That would have been nice to see Cody knock that down. 0 for 4 from 3 tonight. Keldon Johnson with 2 seconds left. That's a foul. Is that an and one? Oh, dang. They're just lucky that wasn't an and one, to be honest. Yeah, he was doing what you do, and I guess Collins has got to be careful. I mean, you just got to not give him. That's tough from Collins, to be honest. So that's going to likely. Oh, knocks it down. So this might go down to a 5-point lead. Uh, I think they do want to just end the half. Oh, actually, he almost puts it in. All right, guys. So happy Halloween. Happy halftime to everyone. He's so frustrated with his shooting. I know he wants that shot to fall. It'll happen, my friend. Oh, by the way, so Andy Larson tweeted this: $4 upper bowl, $14 lower bowl tickets on SeatGeek. That's pretty darn good to go see Victor Wembanyama. $4, probably because everyone's out trick or treating. Oh man, guys, man, oh man, oh man. Well, it's halftime. I'm kind of bummed. That's too bad with Bankero because he literally just had that 50-point game and was looking like it was like breakout time. Sorry, not native English speaker. That's okay. That's okay, S69. All right, let's watch Photon Crew here. I'm gonna lean back. I might even just hold my mic here for a bit. Did you guys go get some candy tonight for Halloween? By the way, if you're just like that, by the way, the costume for Wembanyama was crazy. It's like a giant, like scary. I'm sure it's from some anime that I don't know about. This is cool. The light show is fun. Oh, was John Collins or Jordan Clarkson, whoever that was, that like Naruto or something? I don't know. In their costumes, I'm looking at some of the costumes of the players walking in. Do they do, so you're from Finland, right, S69? Do they do Halloween in Finland? And is it, if they do, is it the same day as the US? I am completely ignorant of that. Steve Kerr dressed up. What the heck? I have to say, one thing that's going to be nice, there's some of that Halloween stuff nowadays, not like in there. So not like in the US, but all right, because Halloween's pretty big here. One thing that's interesting about Halloween in the US is everything in the US gets so commercialized. Like when I was a kid, there wasn't such a thing as, I mean, at least that I remember, there wasn't a thing called trunk or treat, which we have now. Now it's like my kids go to like 3 or 4 trunk or treats before they even do the actual trick or treating. And so by the time Halloween's done, you're just like, I'm ready to be done. Uh, so, anyways, uh, oh, just in recent couple of years, you can see shops selling pumpkins for carving. Oh, interesting. You know, carving pumpkins is fun. I'm not gonna lie, it is fun. It's just messy, but I tell you what, my mom used to do the thing where she'd collect the seeds, and then you collect the pumpkin seeds, you put them on a sheet, you salt them and season them however you want. But she used to just use salt, but then you bake them, and pumpkin seeds just baked in the oven like that, really good, really good. Recommend it. From from America to Finland, I recommend it. Oh, well, shout out to the photon crew. Door to door here dressed as witches and get candy. Do they really do that? Is that Chris Dunn? Yeah, Chris Dunn. Woo! That speed from Adebayo is pretty impressive. Do you know Anthony Davis is leading the league in scoring right now? It's crazy. Let's go to, in fact, let's just look at it. Um, let's go to stats, players. The only thing about this player stat thing is it doesn't let you adjust for. So let's go to basketball reference and let's look at current league leaders. Leaders 24-25 season. All right, let's see here. Headphones are scratching my head. Anthony Davis leading the league. Per game. I like looking at per game. So, points per game leader is Nikola Jokic at 31.5, tied with Tyrese Maxey. Anthony Davis is actually number 3 at 30.6. That's how good he's playing right now. And then Jason Tatum, 30.2. Crazy stuff. And Edwards at 5, Paolo Banchero at 6. Ah, Ghana, it's too bad he got hurt. Old tradition, huh? Giannis for Milwaukee, 29 a game. All right, let's see who's leading the league in blocks per game. Chet Holmgren, 3.5. Brook Lopez, 3.3. Victor Wembanyama, 2.8. Chet might be saying, hold on, I'm still very good. Nick Richards for Charlotte at 2.5 a game. That's crazy. Alex Sarr for the Washington Wizards. Number 2 pick, 2.5. That's pretty cool. Is that still JJ Redick, Lakers coach, doing that? LeBron. All right, let's see. Steals per game leaders. Is that still? There's Steph. This is old though because Clay is not on the Warriors anymore. But anyways, steals per game leader. Who do you think it is? Who do you think it is? It is Jordan Poole at 3 steals per game right now. Dyson Daniels, who's been awesome for Atlanta so far this year, he's at 2.8 per game. That's Stone Cold Steve Austin. That's Dame. I remember that. Oh, that's Brandon Ingram. I was like, I don't know. With the mask on, I don't know who's who. That's JaVale McGee. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, number 3 in the league in steals at 2.5. Casey Wallace, 2.5. I loved Casey Wallace in the draft. Lou Williams is Freddie Krueger. CJ McCollum at 5 in steals, and then Alex Caruso. That's nice to see. Assists per game. Probably not a surprise. That's Giannis, I think. Just doing it for the kids. All right. So Trae Young is 11.6 assists per game. James Harden and the LA Clippers, who are playing a lot better than I think people expected. He's at 11.3. Nikola Jokic, 9.3. So it's a race between Trae Young and James Harden, the most ball dominant guys in the league in the assists per game leadership. That's actually kind of fun. Ja Morant, 8.3 assists per game. Nice to see Ja back. Oh my goodness, guys. Oh my goodness. Let's see. How is Scottie Pippen Jr. getting 7.4 assists per game from Memphis? That's crazy. Cade Cunningham, 7.4. All right, let's see. Rebound leader. Let's see. Who do you think is the rebound leader in the NBA? Total rebounds leader. Let's look at this. That is Ivica Zubac. Ivica Zubac or Ivica Zubac. 13.5 rebounds per game. Jakob Pertl, former U of U player, 12.6 assists at number 2. Şengün, 12.5 for Houston. Andre Drummond, one of the greatest rebounders ever, at 12.5 for Philadelphia. And then Anthony Davis, nice to see him rebounding, 12.2. Well, I guess I don't care. Giannis is the leader in the league in defensive rebounds. That's interesting. 10.8. And then Zubac, 9.8. Anthony Davis, 9.6. And then the offensive rebounder leader in the NBA is Andre Drummond with 5 per game. Nick Richards with 4.8. Şengün, 4.3. Kevon Looney, 4.2. Interesting. Here comes Walker in his Woody costume. It's crazy how big Walker is. He is big. Best dunker? Oh, I think, well, we can look it up. I'm just curious. Let's do 3-point attempts per game. Leader in 3-point attempts. Who do you think it is? This one's kind of a surprise. Anthony Edwards. He is taking 13 threes per game. Jason Tatum is taking 12. Melo Ball is 3 at 12. Tyrese Maxey 12. Dalen Green 11.5. Dalen Green, by the way, is taking 11.5 threes per game, and he is shooting 41%. That's pretty wild stuff. Doncic is taking 10.3. He's shooting 26% from three so far this season. So not very good shooting from Luka yet. Then Trey and Clay, 10 per game each. Clay's shooting 42% from three though so far so that's been a nice pickup for the Mavericks so far this season. Let's see, does it show 2-point attempts? Yes. The person taking the most 2-point attempts per game, 17.8 is Anthony Davis. Number 2 is Giannis. 3 is Maxey, and then 4 is Nikola Jokic. Let's see, does it show advanced? I don't know if it shows this on Basketball Reference. Highest, no, we don't want to look at this because then you have to kind of weed it out. But let's see, I went to shooting. Okay. Leader in dunks, I have it here. So number 1, two people tied at the top for dunks. Jared Allen, Evan Mobley. Number 3 is Trace Jackson Davis for Golden State. 4, Clint Capella. 5 is Giannis, which is, I think, the least surprising thing. So, anyways, interesting stat stuff at the half. Looks like Spurs went in and scored. Oh, there goes Cody. Loses the ball out of bounds. Doggone it. All right, it is crazy how they can run things, just how much Wembanyama affects stuff. Here's the thing. So best dunker. Hopefully that answers that. S69. It looks like it's Jared Allen and Evan Mobley. Foul by Kessler there, but oh. Harrison Barnes is a nice pickup for the Spurs. He just provides veteran presence. He's a very nice player. I don't know how much they're playing him though. You know what? And it's a small thing, but he has been handling the ball, bringing it up a lot better. They used to really blitz him last year, and it gave him some trouble, and he's doing better against that. Lowry should be good, high in this category when he plays. Yeah, Lowry is actually pretty good dunk in the dunk category. Utah had a nice rotation there. That was nice to see. So JC pick and roll here with Kessler. Falls apart. Reset. Here comes Filipowski. Nice thing about Filipowski pick and roll is he can also do a pick and pop. This just ends in a JC blah shot. JC did a nice job there running out to go guard Wembanyama, though. But the Spurs missed the 3. I like how the offense is flowing. It's really nice to see. That's a nice idea from Key, but that's a turnover. Dang it. He almost got it inside. Here comes Harrison Barnes, who gets it out to Wembanyama. Champagny, who shoots like 40% from three, more or less. Gets a block by Kessler. Okay, Jazz, nice defense there. Nice job by Kessler. You can see Key is really focusing on moving the ball, and it's nice to see. That's a nice pass from Keontae. That's 4 assists for Keontae George. Let's just rack them up, Key. Filipowski's playing well tonight, I would say. At least he's playing efficiently. Man, that hitch with Sohan's shot is crazy. Well, here comes Jordan Clarkson. Nice defensive possession there, although it's mostly just letting Sohan shoot. Which, by the way, that's good defense. Know your personnel, like Thurl said. Like, if you know he can't shoot, why guard him? A lot of NBA defense is like, what is the weak link? How do we make that happen? Wemby misses another three. Here comes Key. Look, you know what? That's a small thing, but Key just like pulled it out. That might have been a shot last season. Tonight, he's like pulling it out. Misses the three, but I like that he kind of was patient there. Man, he's having a tough game. He's having just kind of a tough start to the season, to be honest. That's a nice setup. All right, let's see what happens here. Jazz up 4 on the Spurs. Chris Paul has been doing that since the dawn of time. That little right side free throw line jumper, it's crazy. That is his bread and butter for sure. That's a nice play, but Wembanyama's so good. Look at that passing. That's the thing about Wembanyama. He's such a good, willing passer. Good grief, is he good? Let's see. Victor Wembanyama tonight. He's shooting 30% from three. Fine. 17 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 steals, 2 blocks. My gosh. He might get the next 4 by like quadruple double, I guess. I don't know if it's happened since like David Robinson, Hakeem Olajuwon. I think they both had a quadruple double. One of these days, Wembanyama is going to do it. Although with the way the 3-point shot is done, I don't know. It's going to be tough to do. It's going to be a game where a team just like really crazily just tries to just drive on Wembanyama. Let's see. Let's see here. So Spurs and Jazz tied at 55, just like that. You know, you might be sad about the Jazz, but could you imagine being Milwaukee and have Giannis and being 1-4 to start the season? That's pretty wild. Uh, Dallas is clawing back a little bit against Houston, but they're down 88-72. It might be a little too late. I think she's Carmen Sandiego, isn't that it? I might be wrong. Like, where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? Do you guys remember that? Do you remember the show? Where? I'm not going to sing it. Where? Well, maybe I will. Where in the world? That is one nice thing if you're in the cookie aisle, I guess. Oh, I saw this earlier. This is good. That slap is pretty great from LaMelo Ball. Oh. Key, don't get down on yourself, man. Improve that body language. I know the shot is not falling and the turnovers are rough, but you'll get out of it, my man. You got to work through the tough times. So Keontae George, 4 assists, but struggling with, let's see, how many turnovers? 5. Yep. A tough night. He's trying. There you go. There you go. Getting that ball up, even with the pressure. And then right into the offense. So this is good for Utah. Not falling, but it is initiating offense. Oh, Johnson fouled. I think that was Filipowski. I think that's Patty Mills. Is that Cody Williams? Oh, you know what? I think Thurl's right. Yeah, it is. Sounds like it is Cody Williams. All right, with that free throw, yep, I believe the Spurs take the. Oh no, they already had the lead. All right, here we go, Key. Let's just forget everything that happened before. Let's just go and turn around right now. Look, Kessler's wide open. Man, Utah is just not hitting shots. Steal by Chris Paul. Man, the Spurs now up 6 on the Jazz. Wow, Wembanyama is crazy. The length there to steal that ball is wild. That's crazy stuff. That is crazy stuff. Look at that. Filipowski's got the nice stroke. It looks nice. It comes out of his hand nice. It looks nice going in. Filipowski tonight is incredible. Come on, Key. Yes! There you go, baby. There you go. Breakout. What are they showing that couple for? What was that? Nice Kessler block. Absolutely great. Yeah, you needed that to fall. He needed that. That's nice to see. Finally knocks one down. Good job, Key. Cody Williams is 0 for 6 tonight. It'd be nice to see him hit some shots. But Filipowski's 2 for 3, having a nice night. I tell you what, my kids are back from trick or treating. I am hoping that they brought me a Milk Duds. So Key sits. We got JC and I believe probably Patty Mills running the point now. Make sure he's okay. Let's Utah can't really take any more injuries. Well, I mean, if they want to lose more games, but man, look at Wembanyama. It's just crazy. He is such an incredible prospect. Chris Paul to Wembanyama. That's a block. Wow. 4 fouls on Eubanks? Uh, KG10 to TH5. Shot duds in the game will tide you over. Will tie you over. I tell you what, I'm hoping they got some milk duds for me because it's Halloween. I kind of want to. I ate a Butterfinger today. That was my splurge. I may do milk duds if they gave them, if they brought them. In fact, I might be right back, guys. I'll be right back with this timeout. All right, guys, I'm back. Look. I come back with bounty. It's back, baby. So, favorite Halloween candy for me, and just candy in general, is Milk Duds. It's the best. So that was nice to see. Thank you to the Hoops Nerd kids. These little Milk Duds are the best. The Spurs team's really feeling themselves, scoring on the winless Utah Jazz. Keldon Johnson, who can't find a way into the starting unit anymore. That's crazy how Clarkson can get that release so fast. I mean, he pulled that from his shins and then takes the shot. Nice steal by Oh, almost. Nice try by Clarkson there. Almost steals the ball. Um, Everyone on the Jazz is injured, but you know what? They all have to play. I think Jordan Clarkson is probably one of the more underrated toughness guys. Remember, he's the square up guy. This Spurs team, Utah was doing pretty well against the Spurs unit. I don't know when the Jazz are going to get their first win if they don't win this one, to be honest. Because they start a road trip after this. Here we go. Bryce Sensabaugh's looked good this game. Let's see what Bryce Sensabaugh brings to the table here. Wow. I bet there's a foul there on Castle. Yep. My guy, Stephon Castle. Guys, what's your Halloween candy of choice? Let me know. All right, so let's see what the Jazz do here. Run and pick and roll with Sexton. Nice. See, that's a pretty good option when you can run that high pick and roll. And then, so John Collins runs that pretty well where he runs the ball down and can make the pass. That's nice offense. Different chocolates? Is that a brand? Let me see. Let's check that out. Is that a Finland brand? Is that Phaser? Carl Phaser Blue Milk Chocolate? Is that what that is? Oh, no, not a brand. So what's some like candy in Finland that we don't have here in the United States? Top candy in Finland. Okay, salmiakki, a black licorice candy. I love black licorice. A black licorice candy that combines licorice with ammonium chloride, a type of salt that gives it a strong taste. It can be found in many forms, including soft, sweets, hard lozenges, and mixed with chocolate or in drinks. So it's like a black licorice, salty black licorice. That sounds amazing. Carl Phaser, that's what we just saw, a popular chocolate brand. Phaser Pelagia, a classic Finnish marmalade candy that tastes like rowan berry. I don't know what rowan berry tastes like. All right, so here we go. We got Stephon Castle backing down Colin Sexton. Oh, and just traveled. Ooh, Panda Jalapoidon Combat. Panda chocolates. Oh, I see what you're saying. So like assorted chocolates like that. Ah, that looks good. Phaser Dumley, a soft toffee covered in milk chocolate. Phaser Marianne. Huh. Carl Phaser, salty licorice, salmiakki. Okay. Finnish black candy, Finnish fish candy, Finnish tar candy, Finnish. What is tar candy? Hmm. All right, Castle up top here. They're just finding open guys and knocking it down. That's a nice pass from Castle to Soham. That wasn't even any sort of set. That's just a spread floor. Utah's running a flow here, you can tell. Collins has had himself a nice night, actually. You could argue it's probably his best night. Yeah, percentage-wise, at least. So this game, oh man, I was gonna say this game ain't completely over because Utah's only down 8. Yeah, Lowry, I'm sure loves different Finnish candy, seeing as how he's from Finland. What a nice play by Sensabaugh. Look at that. That's only Sensabaugh's second field goal attempt, but it was nice. Stephon Castle takes the mid range, doesn't knock it down. Here comes Castle in transition. Let's see how this goes. It goes well. Do you think fouls? Was it Johnson? I don't know who that was. Branham. Branham. Malcolm Branham. Oh, he was one that a lot of people liked. Malachi Branham. Well, this is honestly so good for Utah in the long run. Like, this is the healthiest thing for the Jazz. It is just, I can't, I can't tell you enough how good this is for Utah. And honestly, hilarious because I was obviously listening to the three-part Bill Simmons NBA preview, which is the best. But for both House and like Ryan Russillo to predict the over on Jazz wins, I was like, I don't know. I mean, I guess he hasn't taken a leap at all. Well, I've seen improvement in Key in terms of running the point guard. Oh, there's the contact. Yeah. It all comes down to if you hit the ball first or not. And his body hit his body first. There you go, Stefan. I love Stefan Castle. I'm a big fan. I'm excited to see how he develops this year and what happens. It's crazy how some players just develop and figure things out and some don't. You know, things click with some players that don't. I've seen some really nice development with Key with the point guard. It's been nice to see Bryce Sensabaugh just being more efficient. That's been a cool development. Just Sensabaugh's looking nice. We were seeing some nice stuff from Taylor Hendricks before the injury. That sucked. Like there's just nothing about the Taylor Hendricks injury that's cool. That or good. It's just horrible in every way. It's incredibly horrible. There's a bucket for Castle, but man, I would really love to see Isaiah Collier back. One of the things with Patty Mills, oh, he's lucky he didn't get to travel there. Oh, that's a tough shot. Not enough time. All right, so we got 1 quarter left. All right, we're in chicken zone. So Utah's down 10 in this one. They got Wembanyama out there. I want to see where things stand with everyone else. The Mavericks have pulled the game within 4 of the Houston Rockets. Right now, the Clippers are up on the Suns. The Clippers are legit pretty good, guys. It's crazy. And we saw that with the assists per game. Harden's at 11 assists per game. Oh, is the bear dressed as Gru? I don't know how he sees through that, but and the Bucks got destroyed by the Grizzlies. Uh-oh. This is great. They got some sort of sketch with minions and the moon. The Spurs are the moon? Well, how about that? Minions, get loud. Oh, the jazz announcer guy he's crazy. Halak, you want VIP? Welcome, my man. Let's give Halak VIP, baby. There you go. Halak. Winning seems a stretch, but hope that final score is or better. You got something on this one, S69? You have incentives? Perhaps, perhaps. Wembanyama, man, he has been unbelievable. So in this one, Wembanyama has been 8 for 17. He's just been awesome. 22 points for Wemby, 5 rebounds. What is it? 3, 4 blocks. What is that? Is he already flopping? What's going on? I don't even know what that was. Man, oh man, guys. Well, this has been honestly pretty fun. What is Jalen? Okay, so what's going on with the Rockets? Jalen Green. I just want to see play-by-play here. Jalen Green, 3-point step back. Oh my goodness. In fact, I might just put this on silent on the other screen here on my league pass and just kind of see what they're doing a little bit while we wait on commercial break here. Honestly, kind of rooting for the Rockets because they're the only contenders really with the Jazz in terms of tanking. Um, Really, there's not a lot of competition in the tank sphere. I mean, you'd hope for Milwaukee to, but Milwaukee has no incentive to tank, so you don't worry about Milwaukee. Uh, I guess you're kind of rooting for the Clippers. Yeah, not. I guess the biggest thing is for if Utah loses this game, it really helps them in standings, just because. The Spurs are kind of in contention with the lottery. By the way, I love Backstreet Boys. Right? Or not Backstreet Boys, Beastie Boys. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Absolutely have to turn in my fan card there. Oh man, Luka knocks down a big three. Dallas down three to Houston while Utah's on commercial, or not commercial, but timeout here. That's not Keontae, it's Sexton. He got fouled by Chris Paul. No way. Ahmed Thompson knocks down that shot. The question was his shooting, and he just knocked down a big time little mid ranger. Dang, that's crazy. Oh, so the Chris Paul foul was too early, I guess? Okay. Filipowski's had a nice night. He just falls down there, though. I got to stop saying guys have a nice night because then they play poorly. Oh my gosh. Okay. Dang, is don't tell me Filipowski's hurt now. All right, guys, this might be the year. Oh, looks like he's walking fine. Did you guys know the Jazz did have a pick that went number 1 overall? The Jazz, in fact, did, but they were forced to trade it. You know who got that pick and who it became? That went to the Los Angeles Lakers, and the player they selected was Magic Johnson. Fun little trivia for you there. Looks like Houston's going to win this game against Dallas. Nice drive by Colin Sexton. Man, wow, that's crazy. So Houston's going to pull it out against Dallas, who came roaring back. Jazz are still in this. They're only down 10. And Filipowski looks like if he can just kind of get that consistency, might be one of those like knockdown 3-point shooters, which would be nice to see. Wembanyama with these threes is crazy. Ooh, Castle took a shot from Filipowski on the rebound. Filipowski gets the rebound, comes down, and his like forearm just hits Castle right in the face here. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, come on. That's a little bit dirty from Filipowski, not gonna lie. I mean, I think he's trying to clear him out, but the forearm goes right into his chin. I'm surprised they're not looking at it. That's what Pop is saying. I think Pop is arguing they need to go look at that because I think it was above the shoulders. That might be automatic flagrant. Yeah, that was. Uh, Geez, does Filipowski have some? What's the famous guy on the Pistons? Some Bill Lambier for LNBA. I sure do. Welcome, mate. Thank you for following for LBA. Let's see. Let's give you VIP. Boom. Welcome. You bet, my man. Wembanyama's been incredible, by the way. He's been incredible this game. I'm surprised they didn't look at that. He gave him a forearm shiver right to the chin. They usually look at that stuff, but not this time. Ooh, they brought out the fire in Castle. Look at that. He goes right to the basket. If you're a Spurs fan, you got to be happy with that fire and that intensity from Castle. Instead of backing down, you get stronger. Wembanyama, oh, he's been phenomenal. I mean, he's the reason they're winning this game. Utah was up by like 12 at one point. I mean, Wembanyama impacts both ends of the floor in such a crazy way. There's a foul on Filipowski. This is going in the wrong direction for Utah. Shakashvili looks like every guy from Utah, just like a fully formed Pokemon version. That Mama Shakashvili, I can't remember how to say his name. That's who's shooting free throws right now. He's just a tough guy, I think. I think the Jazz might be number 1 in the lottery by the end of the season. It's crazy. CP3's playing solid, and then he's still doing CP3 things like that little free throw line pull up that is in his shot. Yeah, Chris Paul running things. It's nice kind of development for Castle. Just be in the locker with him, watch how he plays the game, and emulate. Look at that pass. And that's one thing that Wembanyama's doing that's, oh my gosh. But that corner three from Wemby has been, his passing is truly underrated, I guess. I don't think anyone underrates anything he does, to be honest. But Wemby is now 8 rebounds, 7 assists, 4 steals. What if he got a quintuple double? Quintuple double? Is that how you would say it? Could that happen? I think the quadruple double, maybe with steals, is a possibility. The question is like how many times? There's a nice move by Sexton. There you go. Tyrone, so glad we don't have Castle. Can't shoot to save his life. I think he'll eventually shoot Tyrone. I think he will. I mean, man, Paul is knocking down threes. Chris Paul this game, 3 for 5. That's pretty darn good. I tell you what, Paul with Wembanyama and all these guys, they run a nice brand of basketball. The nice thing about Castle too, Tyrone, is just the defense. He's such a versatile defender. Like, look at this. There was no shot there. They get bailed out by the foul, but to go from Castle defending to be Wembanyama behind him, that's crazy town. All right, here comes Key. Let's see if he can get that 3-point percentage up. That would be nice to see. What's the update on JC and Key? Yeah, it looks like Key's back. He was limping a little bit, but he's back in the game. I don't know who those guys are on the bench behind Will Hardy, but it's definitely the Bro Brigade. The Bro Brigade. Say that 10 times fast. The Brogade. Let's just leave that alone. I'm going to get canceled here. All right, so let's see what Key can do. I've been enjoying watching him at least run the point. Oh, Collins! That was nice. See, that's like he'll do one of those a night where it's just like a big time play, and it brings the crowd alive a little bit. Nice rebound by Key. Let's run this up. Yeah, Collins is really solid. He gets a bad rap, but he's really solid. Dang it. Dawkins feeling knocks it down. Dang it. Mamu Kilashvili. Okay, Mamu Kilashvili. Oh, you were there, Tyrone? That had to be crazy. Hurts me to not see Taylor. It hurts me too, man. That was the big part of this season with that. Well, let's check scores here. So, Phoenix is down 17 to the Clippers. That's crazy. The Clippers are legit good. There's always a team that's exciting, and there's always a team that just like underperforms. And the Clippers are obviously the team that's much better than people thought. And the team I think so far that's been, well, two teams that have been much worse than people thought is obviously and uh, Denver and the Bucks. The Bucks are just bad right now. Uh, Looks like so David Locke. By the way, S69, you got the David Locke profile picture. He tweeted something interesting. Spurs 9 steals in the third quarter is an NBA record steals in a quarter by a team. Wow. Let's see. So without Lauri Markkanen, the Utah Jazz, and I say we because I'm the Jazz guy. We might easily be the worst team in the league, especially if Key can't shoot so far this season. He can't seem to knock down any shots. Uh, really bad. Well, Filipowski's probably been the brightest spot for the Jazz tonight. Um, Filipowski has shot 5 for 8 from the field, 2 for 4 from three, 5 rebounds and assists. He's playing well. 12 points, 5 rebounds. Or no, yep, 12 points, 5 rebounds. That's nice to see. Walker Kessler has not had his best night. 2 points, 8 rebounds. Although that'll happen when you're going up against Wembanyama. John Collins has been the best center for the Jazz tonight. He has 9 rebounds, 3 assists, 12 points. Shooting. This is John Collins' best game of the season, actually. 5 for 11 from the field. And then honestly, we got to give a shout out to Bryce Sensabaugh. 5 points, 3 rebounds, and he's shooting a nice efficiency. Nice score there by Sexton. James, what people should I follow on Twitter? Like all the insiders and stuff. So it depends. Are you talking NBA or if you're talking the Jazz? If you're talking the Jazz, you should definitely follow Tony Jones. You should definitely follow Andy Larson. Those are kind of the reporters I prefer. I guess you could follow Sarah Todd as well. And then there's the guy from KSL. I forget his name. But those are the guys. You could follow Hanson James. He's the Hoops Nerd on Twitter as well for the Jazz. Let's see. You can follow the SLC Dunk account, although I run that. So, you know. By the way, guys, one thing you should be doing, whether Twitter or not, is you should be going to slcdunk.com and reading all the stuff. But those are the good for the Jazz. So Tony Jones, Andy Larson is his name. I think his handle is Andy B. Larson. And then Tony Jones. Look him up. He's great. For the NBA, obviously, I mean, the number one used to be Woj, Adrian Wojnarowski, but he retired. Now it's obviously you need to be following Shams. Ben Anderson, he's not bad. He kind of pissed me off one time, but he's a good dude. I think I pissed him off too. So. But anyways, yeah, Ben Anderson's solid. Let's see for the NBA. So obviously Shams. And then I would follow Mark Stein, Mark with a C, Mark Stein. I would follow Chris Haynes. These are all like the main reporters. There's a ton. Man, Keith's shot is just struggling this season. I mean, he's not the only one, but it's really tough because he's kind of the focal point. Oh, and then I do not adore David Locke. But you guys knew that. He's fine. David Locke's fine. Might as well follow David Locke. Might as well. He needs to get going. Yeah, I don't know what it is. This season, his shot has not been falling. It's down. It's like definitely a slump to start the season for Key. I'm not too worried either. And the thing is, and this is just kind of a reality for the Jazz. A lot of this, and this might be too simplistic and too, honestly, just simplistic, but I guess I personally don't. Like, a lot of this doesn't matter if the Utah Jazz don't tank this season. Oh, there's a move by Key. See, there's where Key's been playing well. The 3-point shot's not been falling, but the driving and the point guard play has been really solid from Key. That's where you got to be happy. But the 3-point shot, what? That's where you want to see it come back. Can he get like a groove with the 3-point shot? Um, but like I was saying, and maybe it's a little too just too simplistic. I can't think of the word. There's a word I want to say, but it's not coming to me. I'm getting old. But too reductionary, I guess. But Utah needs their yes, Tyrone. We need like Cooper Flag and Lowry to be the opposing defense's focal point so that Key can shine. Exactly. I think Key, and this is if Key develops, and that's what the point of the season was, and that's why the Taylor Hendricks injury sucks. But the point of the season was the development. So let's see. Do we got anyone new in here? KG10, we got to give you VIP access. KG10, there you go, my man. Over from the Hoops Nerd YouTube. Thank you, my man. KG10 to JJ33, baby. But anyways, like you're hoping that Key kind of can be a third star type thing, and we'll see if that happens. I think one thing this season is teaching us though is that this Utah Jazz team is not even close. And so if you're looking forward to like the 2026, Utah has to be bottom 8 to get that. Yeah, I want to see Collier too, Tyrone. Absolutely. I think Collier is going to be a fun one to watch this season. He should be back. I wouldn't be surprised if he's back on the Jazz road trip. But anyways, the big thing is that, Utah, if they win Cooper Flag, that's going to be incredible. And you've got kind of that cornerstone player. But can they get two cornerstone players? Can you get your two guys kind of like Boston does with Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum? And I mean, could you imagine if Utah got lucky 2 years in a row, kind of like the Cavs did that one period where they got like 3 first-round picks in 4 years? What if Utah goes out and gets freaking Cooper Flag? And this is just me dreaming. Why not, though? But what if Utah goes, okay, we got chicken on the line here. Chicken is on the line. The loudest the fans have been all night. Ah! No chicken. Uh, yeah, Cooper Flag is the truth, guys. He's one of those guys that's just getting better and better and better. You want to get those guys that are on a trajectory, and sorry, I got the hiccups already. Dang it. But he's exciting to watch. But anyways, if Utah gets lucky and gets like Cooper Flag or somehow or Ace Bailey, and then they get like AJ DeBon next, oh my gosh, or like Cam Boozer, it's going to be remarkable. And I think that's the plan. I mean, this team right now is really showing where they're at, and the data points are telling a story right now. That's for sure. And then yeah, once you have those guys, you're hoping that like Taylor Hendricks is something, George is something. Collier, Sensabaugh's been looking nice this season. Does he turn into anything of high level? Yeah, right now, Tyrone, this is what you want to do. You don't want to be at 9 or 10. That's stupid. Amen Thompson had a big time game tonight and is looking incredible. Bilal Coulibaly, who the Jazz tried very hard to get, is like breaking out right now for Washington. By the way, Washington's looking decent with their new rookies. This is probably the best of the season. Yeah, that's what's crazy about this season, KG10, is that this initial start to the season is like, oh, is JC out for the game? Huh. I wonder what happened. Look at that. Key's going to the line. That's something he does extremely well. I would love to see Key driving to the lane more. Kind of defaults to the three a little too much. And if it's not falling, what he does do well, I mean, he's missed 7 threes tonight. If you take those away from his field goal percentage, he is, let's see, 5 for 6 on twos. You know what I mean? So the 2-point percentage is nice. It's the 3 that's not falling. Got it. That didn't look good. What he has been doing is been running the point, which is nice to see. But Utah needs he to be a 40% 3-point shooter in the future to be a weapon in the playoffs. Tyrone, I actually have courtside seats for when Baylor comes to Utah to play the Utes. I'm going to be actually courtside that game because I want to watch the villain. I got 4 of them, so I'm going to take 3 of my kids. I have many children. But anyways, this is, like you said, this is exactly what Utah needs to do because, by the way, they get 2 other picks in this draft. So I don't know how many veterans are going to be left on this team after this trade deadline, but not a lot. I think Utah has a legit shot at that #1 spot in the lottery. Like, absolutely. And the thing is that's what you want because if you can get that #1 spot, guess what? Yes, it's 14%. Come on, baby. Doggone it. Nice rebound by Kessler. Nice putback, Kessler. Nice to see. But the thing is you give yourself a 100% shot at a top 5 pick. So yes, you could get jumped by 4 teams. Very possible. Very likely. Well, not very likely. Possible. Oh, Kessler, that was nice. Nice little few possessions here for Kessler. Nice to see. Kessler's been very, very good. Yeah. Honestly, maybe Kessler's a part of the future. I don't know. I think Utah wants to spread that floor. I think Utah's probably got a little bit of like, oh man, that's crazy. That Wembanyama can go under the rim like that and get the reverse dunk block. That's crazy, man. That is honestly bonkers. But anyways, I think Utah probably wants to spread floor. So like Common Malawatch looking really nice for Duke, guys. He's another one of those guys that's just on that trajectory. 7'2". Sure might be nice to have a 7'2" guy that can spread the floor and play insane defense and is just a crazy athlete in Malawatch. I think KG10, you coined the term that Utah Jazz are on Common Malawatch. Yep, there it is. I mean, Malawatch, he's so raw because he's like one of those Basketball Africa prospects that got discovered. I think it was by Embiid or but anyways, he's like one of those guys that's just on like because like Joel Embiid, uh, he was just like he picked up basketball later in like his teenage years or whatever, and just like went on this crazy development trajectory. And Malawatch seems a little bit like that. He's super raw, but man, when you're his presence is felt absolutely. I mean, when you're 7'2" like he is, and what's crazy about Malawatch is he's like you saw Wembanyama how skinny he was. Malawatch is like it almost makes you wonder, are you 8? Are you 17? But he is like he's just filled out. And he's 7'2". He moves really fluidly. He's huge. He doesn't move as fluid as Wembanyama. That's what makes Wembanyama so crazy. But he does move well. He might be an interesting that's why you got to root against the Wolves. You got to root against the Cavs, obviously, for the Jazz to get those picks to be as good as they can. Cavs are looking like the better team of those two, actually. Like Evan Mobley's looking really nice. Well, Utah is going to lose this one by what are we, 17 down? So looking like that -8 worked out for you. Do a tankathon right now. Why not? Utah is at #1. It's going to stay there. Milwaukee is the #2 on tankathon right now. How crazy is that? Down 20 is the Utah Jazz. Well, this is the last possession. All right, let's do a tankathon right now for Tyrone. Castle for 3. Memphis jumps 10 spots. Philadelphia jumps 5. Detroit jumps 1, and Milwaukee drops 2. And then obviously Utah drops 4. But that's a good example where Utah got jumped by 4 and they still get the #5. So Philadelphia with the #1 pick, Memphis with the #2. That's crazy. That will break my heart. That means Utah gets the choice of they get BJ Edgecombe in that. And the other thing that's going to be kind of interesting is that you don't know what players are going to kind of break out, Okay, not so close that I'd have liked. Some nice moments from S69. Yeah, some nice moments. That's all you can hope for. Tyrone, I would be very upset if we were out of the top three. I would as well, because I want at least Dylan Harper. I really do. Darn. Key, don't get down on yourself. All right, guys. I want Dylan Harper if we can't get obviously Ace Bailey or what's it called? The Cooper Flag. So see you guys on Saturday. Absolutely. Bye everyone. I will talk to you next.